Yo, make some noise for Quest. He's amazing. Makes me feel religious out here. Yo, guys, can I talk about Tribe Called Quest for a minute? Phife Dawg? Please. How amazing is it that we are going to see in just a few minutes Phife Dawg's name on that street sign right there? Do you know how amazing that is? And I'll tell you why. I'm from Chevy Chase, Maryland, the suburb of Maryland, okay? Suburb of DC in Maryland. And I and all my friends know about Linden Boulevard because of what line? Linden Boulevard, represent that. How right is it that Phife Dawg will have his name right here on Linden Boulevard? There's so much you could say about Phife. I had the honor of getting to know the members of my favorite group. I told the story at the memorial about waiting outside the Ritchie Coliseum at the University of Maryland, 1993, November. I was 14 years old, first concert I ever went to. Tribe Called Quest was touring. This must have been, oh no, it was February 94. The album came out November 93. They were there February 94. I waited 4 hours outside to be in the front row to watch a Tribe Called Quest. And then over the years, to get to find out that Phife and Tip and Ali and Jerobi are exactly who you thought they were. You know, I feel bad because I can't remember what colleague of mine just referenced this, but someone said just recently, it was hard as a kid who loved hip hop to aspire to be Dr. Dre or Eazy-E. You know what I'm saying? Like but you know, it was easy to relate to a guy who was short, talked a lot of trash, loved sports, loved girls, was funny. I could relate to that. That was Phife Dawg. That was a Tribe Called Quest. That's what made them so important. You know, I loved, you know, growing up I was obsessed with Mobb Deep and MOP and NWA and so many other groups, and I never sought out hip-hop that I related to and experienced per se. The Tribe Called Quest just came to us. And when I say us, I mean everyone. Black, white, brown, every color relates to a Tribe Called Quest. And how profound is it that 3 days after one of the darkest days in this country's history, come on, how real is it that we were brought this gift by a group that brings all of us together? That's what Tribe Called Quest gave us. That's what Phife gave us. His spirit is still giving us gems. He didn't even know when he passed that this maniac would become our president. He didn't know that. But yet he spoke to it on the album. They spoke to it on the album. This wasn't a coincidence like Quest said. This was what was supposed to happen. And it is such an honor to get to be a part of anything related to a Tribe Called Quest, because there are a lot of groups that have touched my life. And I don't know, you can make noise if you feel the same way, because I grew up on incredible groups. De La Soul, I grew up on the far side. Speaking of Queens hip hop, like my man said. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of history in Queens. Shout out to Nas, shout out to LL, shout out to Run DMC, shout out to Onyx, shout out to Large Professor. But listen, shout out to Lost Boys, Mr. Sheets, rest in peace, Freaky Todd. Thank you, Dr. Quest. It goes on and on. Shout out to Marley, Mike Geronimo, Royal Flush. Man, it goes on and on. 50 Cent, of course, the whole G Unit. Guys, we can't do this all day. Queens is a very important borough. And let's be clear, that's one of the most important things about being here today. More than any borough in New York City, in my opinion, Queens represents New York. Okay? I grew up coming here. Actually, guys, I'm very proud of this. My parents are here today. They're buried here somewhere. My parents took me once a month at least to go visit my grandparents in Rockaway Beach, Queens, 122nd Beach in Rockaway. And that was all I knew of New York when I was growing up, really, right? And that was one part of Queens. A lot of Irish people. They were one of a few Jewish families, but a lot of Irish people over there. Then you go over to Far Rockaway, a lot of black people. It's different over there. All over Queens, you could go to Bayside, mad Koreans over there, Colombians, Queens represents all of New York City, and Tribe Called Quest represents Queens, and that's why it's so right and so fitting that Phife Dawg will forever live right here on Linden Boulevard. So I just wanted to say thank you to the Taylors and Disha for having me be here, and to A Tribe Called Quest, Consequence, Busta, Tip, Jerobi, Ali, all of you guys, thank you so much. Phife, we love you. This is amazing. Congratulations.